All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm once again back with William Hughes, aka Classy Xoge, and the creator of Xoge, uh, one of the greatest meme tokens on the XRP ledger. And I help out other projects now that are I can't say the best because now I feel conflicted sometimes whenever I talk to people.
Just call
But
everyone the best. It's
yes,
okay. We're
everyone's the
all the
best.
best.
Whoever in front of me is the best that day. So yes, but welcome back. Always appreciate those of you who have stuck around and are your Zogians who are looking for this content and or other people that are interested in paw here today as we have it. It's you can see it's passive here, and it also is pause someplace else, but the ticker is paw, so I'm going to call it paw, and that's how I'm going to refer to it through this video. And it is part of the Xoge ecosystem. Let's see if I can go back here. So this is Xoge on the XRPL, and this is paw, what we're going to be talking about today. If you are interested in learning more about maybe Algorand, paw, or the ecosystem itself, we have just created some other videos. If they're not out yet, check back later and make sure to hit subscribe and the bell so that you will be notified whenever those come out. But yes, William, tell us about the paw. And is it just one paw? Is it like four paws? I see Zoja has four. Like, is that a
Zoge has
thing?
four. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but just to be clear earlier, what you were saying, Algorand and Paw, we have videos out that we just shot, but just so everybody knows, there is not a Paw on Algorand. And if you see one, it's not linked to us, just as a heads up. But Paw is an XRPL token in the Xoge ecosystem, which is a yield farming token. So PAW is sold on the weekends from the issuing account. That then is taken and put into a yield farm where rewards come back from that to holders of PAW based on how much PAW you have, and that's done monthly. If you could show them quickly how to get to the white paper, which will then link them to the spreadsheet, and we'll get into some of the details in there.
Sure. So I'm just on the Zoge homepage here. Actually, I'm on the white paper, Zoge white paper uh, page. I thought it was on paw. Going back to paw.
Yeah, go there, and then after you're on paw,
So I'm on paw
yeah,
S or pause,
yeah.
and scrolling all the way down here where it currently is, past all of these other amazing things, and it is this 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 button right here. If I can move my, I'm covering it with the video. Um, let's zoom in real quick because I just want to show the button. It's right here. And we'll zoom back out, and then we go to, I click on that link and it opens up the white paper, which I already have here, and just scroll back up. This is what you should be seeing, and then you can read about it and all of its awesomeness. But we're gonna click on this link right here. I right clicked on it and hit open link. It opened up a Google spreadsheet, and this is what you want to talk about, right?
Right. So every month I will be adding in different screenshots from the yield farm where we are currently holding paw and what is gained, and then I've got a small Excel calculator built for just putting in those values and then the breakdowns to where those funds will be allocated. But essentially, holders of paw will be getting returns from those farms, as well as snacks and XRP, which is the returns from the farm. And then there will be a couple small token buy-ins, which are in the white paper. Those are speculations that I make, and hopefully, like Schmeckles turned out really well for the community, the other ones will too. So this next month will be the second cycle for PAW, and then users will be getting some treasury, some utilitex, and they're also going to get snacks. They're also going to get XRP. And
Wow.
last month it was Schmeckles, it was Reaper, it was snacks, it was XRP. And since then, we've pretty much just about doubled in size. So we're doing incredibly well. We've not only picked an extremely good farm for the yield,
Mm-hmm.
but we also trended really well on the predictions of what tokens would do. Um, good returns for people. So super excited about it so far, extremely successful. Aside from that, Paw is also backing up Algo Xoge over there with liquidity, which also pays Paw. So it's Paw's hands are shaking one another to make this all work for everything. But the holders of Paw are definitely benefiting from their position.
Gotcha. So if I was to sum up Paw, it would be the fact that, and me and you have talked a little bit offline, it is it is one Paw per XRP.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I sell it at the market right now is 1 Paw per XRP. And then those funds are moved over to the yield farm. The yield farm generates revenue. In the future, there's going to be I guess, a consolidation cycle for Paw, where Paw actually uses its funding to not, it won't be selling tokens on a weekend. It will actually be buying tokens off of the market and reducing the supply. And what that'll do is that'll cause the value of the token itself to increase. It will reduce the supply so that those who do hold it will get more from the rewards. And then whenever I do finish a consolidation cycle, which could take a few weeks, a month, something in that ballpark. When we get to that stage, I'll have the details out, but essentially we will reduce the supply in the market, making them more valuable. And then when Paw does go back on sale on the weekends, it will be for a higher value. So yeah, it'll have rinse and repeat cycles of consolidation to reduce supply.
Okay. So this is something that I can establish a trust line and I can trade into now. And I can do that on the website. I can see the Paw trust line is here.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you want to do it through the link tree or the website for sure. You don't want to just try to find it randomly on the internet. There are fakes, and yeah, it's
Gotcha.
like all the Xoge tokens just about there's fakes. Like we can't stop them.
Cool. Well, I mean, this is something I've thought about. I'm trying to understand exactly how it works. It seems like a very well-crafted investment pool is what it essentially comes down to. Is like if I as a um I'm trying to figure out what in the traditional market um to relate it to. Like if I don't necessarily know a lot about stocks, I'm going to go out and find a very savvy trader to go and, get me the best returns for the money I have based in stocks. And is that essentially what Paw is doing with the creator of Zoge is and yourself is
Right.
doing that?
So that's where we got to get pretty careful as far as like I'm not day trading and doing that kind of stuff for people because
Okay.
who knows what that would be considered like an investment contract or something. But what Paw is doing is placing it into well-known, very reputable and established yield farming. Technically anyone can go and put into this yield farming. You just have to know what you're doing and where to look to get a really good yield farm that isn't just a Ponzi. It isn't BS. It's backed by something solid. So where we have Paw is in established assets of trust. The Algorand Foundation backs Tiny Man. We have it on Tiny Man. We have it backing Xoge itself, and we also have it backing USDC to Algo, which is like an extremely huge multi-million dollar pool. And like I said, it's backed by the Algorand Foundation. So it's all other people's established stuff and their reputations. And I'm not I'm not grifting on the day trading and
Oh
running
no.
major risk for people or
Well,
anything. It's yeah, I
well, we've talked before And
Yeah.
I know that you have, like when we talked about the mining video and mining XRP, you showed me how to do that with Unminable
Mhm.
and show the community. I'm still really grateful. But you talked about how, you had called Bitcoin and you had called these things, and just because of life circumstances, it didn't work out. And now you're using Xoge and Paw particularly to be able to help call those plays and help to um you know I guess not necessarily crowdsource the funds, but helping people to come together to really find those opportunities that may not know the entire crypto space as well. Is that my understanding?
Right. And yeah, a lot of it is, I guess I do have a lot of experience in it because I was in Bitcoin from the get-go. Right. Before Bitcoin had a value, I had found it. So we, my old man, my dad, and I were really confused and kind of interested when Bitcoin first started like trading on a forum and people were offering other people a penny for a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? This is so weird. Like somebody actually wants to pay a penny for this. And that's when the space didn't have space. It didn't have anything. So I've been watching it and existing in it for a very long time. And um, so far, something like a yield farm is incredibly weak when it's small. It takes time to build up. So I purchased Schmeckles months ago and then dropped it out to paw holders with paw, but it was all my funding, all my resources. I could have kept all of that
Hmm.
money myself, but that's what paw is all about. It's about working with people. So this is like 16. I think if you scroll down actually on July, if you go to the July one, and some maybe if you scroll up a little bit, and then it should show what we dropped for paw or for Schmeckles. There we go. Yeah, so we ended up dropping.
Where is this, on the left hand side or?
Yeah, it's in that text right there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So 0.235 Schmeckles was dropped per paw that you held. So, and that was
Okay.
at a very, very, well, for every paw that you held that cost you 1 XRP, if you equated that to Schmeckles going up to 8 or something, you ended up getting almost, you know, 20% of your total just out of the Schmeckles, which is
Wow.
it's mind blowing. It really is. And then there was obviously snacks dropped and Reaper dropped and the XRP itself dropped. So yeah, overall doing really good. And that part came from me. As the fund gets larger, I'll be able to back off some and let the fund's true power just roll. But I already have purchased months ago Utilitex. I'm ready with like 500,000 of that. I got like 50,000 treasury to throw into it, as well as what Paw can purchase. So that'll help us through August. And by September, October, November, all of that, we're really going to be steamrolling it because we're building up a pretty large passive fund there, and it's going to start showing its true power. In the white paper, it shows where the funds go, how this all works out, but it's one of those things. It's a snowball. It builds itself, and Paul will infinitely grow. I tried to explain this, but not everybody fully grasps. 40% of paw rolls back into paw in the design of it. So let's say paw yields $100. $40 is going to go back into paw every month from that. But
Wow. Okay.
what happens because of that, that's above the sales. That's off of the yield itself. So even if paw stops selling tokens completely, paw will infinitely grow from here on out. It will only get bigger and more powerful and more valuable because it will always fold back into itself 40% to make that pool that it has bigger and more valuable. And if any paw is sold or goes out at all, it's always sold at a current value of 1 XRP each or more, so that ratio isn't lost. So paw over time just gets bigger.
Okay, so very, very interesting. So it's more like an investment group that we are pulling our funds together to have larger returns together.
Basically, in a sense, yeah, it's you know, bringing wealth to the XRPL is absolutely a critical thing, and that's what paw does. It takes wealth from
Other
everywhere that it
ecosystems.
can.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely. And it brings it into the XRPL, and that's what we need. So for the people who have XRP and into paw, the idea is to, in time, make it to where the paw that they purchased paid for itself, and then it's sitting there and they still own it, and it keeps making them money, and it won't stop there. That's just what it does. It would take the whole market basically to collapse for all this stuff to go wonky, because this is super big infrastructure. And if that happens, guys, let's be honest, we got way bigger problems anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do?
Well,
You just try it. Yeah.
in terms of what to expect in the future and how two questions. What to expect in the future. We'll get to that in a second. And firstly, I want to be able to understand your reports because I see these screenshots, but to the layman, let's just break these things down.
Oh yeah. So basically they're just showing like what the share of the pool is, how much value in US dollars is in there, how much tokens are in there. And from time to time I snap a screenshot and just show where it's at, what it's doing, so that people have a I guess a firmer grasp that yeah, the funds really are there. Yes, he is doing exactly what he says he does. And right, because otherwise it's just the guy on the internet
Yeah, who I
saying he's going to do something, right? But I obviously can't fabricate this stuff. So screenshots work great, because if it was like anything like that, then people would be able to tell.
and then on the left hand side, right now I'm finding this a little bit um confusing. So there's 68,000 paw divided by
Yeah, scroll up.
16,000. Okay.
So if you look at the chart right there, circulating paw supply sold. So
67,000.
yeah. So if you notice, that says 68,000,
Yeah.
right? So that's basically 67,999, right? Rounded out. And then 16,000 schmeckles is divided out, and that was 0.23%. So
Oh, this is going horizontally. Okay.
yeah. These are just notes on the drop and what went out, but the rest of it is the notes on the yield farm, and then the other part in the top left is the actual calculator. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
No, this is really cool. It's a lot more than what I originally thought. So,
If you look at the white paper, I have to, because of legality, say, hey man, I can't promise you anything. But I also say in there that, hey, this is a super serious attempt. Like I'm literally trying here to make this as successful as possible. If it gets to where it's, 500,000, $1 million yield farming, the returns on it's going to be freaking huge. It's going to be very, very powerful, and consolidating with that kind of power will give me the ability to buy out paw holders with paw from the yield farm extremely well, which will make the ones who continue to hold it that much more valued as far as what their token is worth.
mhm.
So if you could imagine, you buy some paw in 6 months, you write it out, and you get back your XRP, and then you turn around and you're able to sell it for 1, 2, 3 XRP per paw. Like that's phenomenal. That and it isn't a Ponzi like a lot of different things. It's not something that offers permanent gains and growth, it's very structured by, legal investments as far as what's possible. So it as far as where it's at, it's backed by the Algorand Foundation, and the other part of it is in Xoge right now as far as the liquidity pool on Tiny Man. So
Well, the Zoge will continue on if something were to ever tragically happen to you, and I'm not wishing that by any means. I'm just like
right.
this in snacks, because it's dispersed now to a great degree would too. But when it comes to paw, it seems like it's very much um dependent on you. It's not automated or automatic. It's not like a smart contract is doing it all behind the background. Um, I would just, you know, investing in your health. And you're one of the fittest people I know, but at the same time, I'm like,
Don't die classy.
yeah,
No,
basically don't die classy after I buy some paw. And
right, right.
you
No,
know,
I wouldn't be too concerned with that. I do have competent people in my entourage, my people around me who could definitely just make sure that the funds came back to the decks, bought out the paw, and everybody would know if something bad happened. And if the kind of cool thing is the funds go into paw, they sit in paw and get bigger. That means that the funds are still there. So in the event of some kind of catastrophic failures, like with myself, is what
yeah,
I'm alluding to, then it could just go right out of there and right back into buy orders on the decks, for the values that it was sold, so that people can then exit and no worries. But
okay,
as it stands right now, if paw exited, the liquidity came back into the XRPL with all the capital, purchased all the paw back at the price that it had sold it for, which was 1 XRP each, it could do that. It could buy all of it with no problem. And people have already made 1 month of returns, which is probably 20,000 XRP in value already.
yeah,
If you look at just like the Schmeckles value, the Reaper value, and all of that. And hey, that worked out because I was really good at my job.
yeah,
That didn't work out necessarily because paw's fundamentally amazing. I did really good there, but I am taking care of paw and doing this kind of stuff. So paw will
gotcha.
do awesome stuff because I'm gonna make it.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
I hear you. We just live in the land of
Right.
I'll just say the last 2 years have been interesting. Let's put it that way. So you never know when something's gonna hit. Um,
No, that's the truth of it. And that's why between diversification and being extremely careful as to where, the funds go. Like I only want I don't even trust exchanges. It's super sketchy, but I just want really well vetted sources. And by really well vetted, I mean like not even Coinbase is good enough,
gotcha. Well,
because look at what's going on,
yeah, I mean, they even stopped their affiliate marketing. I
right?
not financial advice, none of this is from me or William, but I've pulled everything I can off of Coinbase, and I'm continuing to because um yeah, I'm just it's a strange time. So,
It is. And financially, globally, there's going to be a lot of changes. That's
yeah,
wild times.
for sure. Well, that's a little bit about pause. Is there anything else we need to know about it or
Just that it's only on sale from the master account on the weekends. During the week, it's actually only offers up or community offers. Somebody may be wanting to exit, somebody may still want to buy. So far, historically, what I see during the week, because I relieve the pressure of the project completely and only sell from the issuer on the weekend, which is those couple days. But the majority of the time, it's just people trading it. There isn't very much activity, and people aren't willing to sell it very much, and that causes very few people willing to buy it during the week. But
gotcha.
on that note, the price for that has been very stable. So we're talking people are easily able to exit if they wanted to. I haven't seen any issue with that
Okay.
at like 97%. So if they bought and they got the first month's payment and then they exit at 97%, they're definitely up. So far so good on the strategy, the implementation, and the capabilities for people.
So if I wanted to get into it and buy paw, it wouldn't just be as simple as setting a trust line and going to the DEX and purchasing it. How do I get in? They'd have to get in touch with you. Do I need to DM
No,
you
it's
through
on the
Twitter or
DEX on
what?
the weekend. It's on the DEX on the weekend at 1 XRP per for from the project. But if you try to buy it during the week, it is on the DEX by other people and they will sell it to you for more. They want like 1.2, 1.1,
So
1.3 XRP per paw.
mhm.
And then if you want to sell it to other people are like, well, I'll give you 97 cents on the dollar. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is with the DEX, the nature of it. But there are
So if I
people
put in one
providing,
XRP
uh-huh,
per paw and I put like I want like 500 paw, so
mhm.
a 500 XRP, you'll come in and you'll fill that on the weekend, even though it's sitting in your limit order.
I already have the limit order up, so it's sitting there waiting. If anybody wants it, they can buy it.
Oh, okay.
I put up 100,000 paw for 100,000 XRP each weekend, and then whatever
I
sells
see.
sells, and then I pull the order down at the end of the weekend, and then throughout the week, it trades a little bit, but it isn't too active. Most of the people who buy it from me and then hold it. They want their payout, and yeah,
Yeah. I'm definitely a lot more interested than I originally was. So
pause gonna be massive, man. The these things are always slow in the beginning, but we killed it the first month. We're already trending really well in the second month. I'm really excited about paw. And what's super cool about it is on that Xoge ecosystem, what paw does for snacks and what paw does for Xoge,
mhm,
good stuff. It really
yeah.
is. Like these are straight up continual adds to those tokens. And in time, if paw became multi-million in its growth, what it could do to Xoge, whew, yeah, very serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's extremely exciting stuff. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Please put them in below. The links to the white paper and to the Soj website will obviously be in the description. I really appreciate you, Classy, and I forget the dog's name. I guess
This
Soj.
one's
Monk.
Monkey. Yeah,
Monkey.
she's a good one.
Yep. And but yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. And stick around for more Zoj content as the ecosystem develops.
Thanks.
All
Thanks a
right.
lot, JT.
Thanks, everyone. We're out.